Hello and welcome back. So today this is our fourth lecture and today we are going to study about loop and taking it that you know what loop is, but if you don't know, then let me tell you the definition of a loop. What happens if there is a set of statement and we want to execute it again and again? We use loop. In a loop we put a condition, and as long as that condition is true, a given set of instructions or set of statement will be executed repeatedly. As soon as that statement is fulfilled, it becomes false. The execution of that set of statement or instruction will stop. So this is what loop is. And in Python, we use while and for to implement loop. To better understand how loop works, let's start to learn it with a program. And my first program is to print from number 0 to 9. So I take a variable x that is equal to 0. I use while. This is my statement which I will use to implement loop. And now I have to put a condition, and the condition is while x is less than is equal to 9 colon, I'll print x, and what else I'll do? I have to increase the x by 1 in every term, otherwise it will be fixed at 0. And what is this? Instead of writing x is equal to x plus 1 in Python, we can also write x plus is equal to 1. And let's see, I'm saved the program and I'm running it, and so I got 0 to 9. So what happens here? Here, this is the statement, and I set x is equal to 0. It is a variable for on which I am checking the condition, and the condition is as long as it is less than equal to 9, I will execute this set of statement. So this is the syntax of while loop, and this is how a while loop works. Now let's change it a bit. The whole loop will run as long as the condition is true. So I put the statement true, which means true, that is it's always true. This statement will run. What will happen now? If you have a minimum programming or mathematical knowledge, you'll understand that this condition will be true permanently, because no way I'm going there's no way this condition is being changed or altered to false. So this loop will keep on running, right? Let's see. Sorry. So this loop keeps on running. What I'll do in this condition? In this condition, go to here, interrupt execution, or you can also press Ctrl C and the execution will be executed. Whenever you are in between a loop that is being executed and you want to stop it, this is a way how you can stop it. But my main aim is to see how the statement break works, right? So now what I'll do over here, I'll put a statement if x is equal to 10 break. Okay, now I did Control S and I run it, and see now only 0 to 9 is being printed. So what does break statement does? It will exit the loop. Remember, it will exit the loop only, not the entire program. And why I'm saying this, I'll tell you in the end, and you'll understand in the end. So this will exit the loop. Break is a statement which helps you to exit the loop, right? I hope it's clear. Now let's do another program in which I want to print even number in between 0 to 9. This is my second program, and over here what I'll do, let go back to x is equal to x plus 9, and I will change this if x modulus 2 is equal to 0, that means it is even. Then what I'll do, I'll print x, right? I'll print x, and I'll do x is equal to x plus 1 x plus is equal to 1, else if x modulus 2 is not equal to 0, it will go to else part x plus 1 is equal to 1. Again I have to do this because I have to increase x, and I'll do continue, and it will continue. Let's see what happens. See, the even numbers are being printed. What happens there? First x starts at 0, 0 is less than if I divide 0 by 2 it will be 0, so so x is being printed. Then again I come, it is 1, and 1 modulus 2 will be 1, which is false, so it will go here else, and I'll increase it by 1 because I have to increment it. X becomes 2 and continue, so it will go back here. Okay, even if I don't give continue over here, the same thing will happen. Okay, even if I don't give continue, because there's no line over here that I need to execute. But now I want to change this statement, and I want to write that if x modulus 2 is not equal to 0, that is if x is an odd number, x plus is equal to 1, continue, and I am writing this statement outside my if. See, this is in while. What I'm writing is print x and x plus is equal to 1. What does this mean? This means if this is the condition of if not equal to 0, this point. See what happened in if is true, this condition will be executed, and then it will come out of if, and these two lines should be executed normally. Okay, I give it because this is not in if, this is not in else part. So what happened, if is executed, if the condition is true, this will be executed, and it will come out of if, and this should be executed. But over here, let's see what happens. Over here when I do, it's printing 02468, right? Over here is printing 02468. It is not printing, it is not printing 1 2 3. Now let's see what happens over here. I'll give a statement for our understanding. Print continue at see, I printed 0 because 0 did not come here, it came, it printed 0. Then I went to 1, right? I went to 1, I checked 1 was a odd number, so at 1 I increased it to 2, and I went here. I didn't come here. I didn't come here. Now you may ask me that x is becoming 2 over here. So what is the point of this? See, if I don't give this statement, what will happen? 2 times x will be printed. Okay, you see, if I'm not giving this statement, if x is not equal to 2, that is no, it will be printing at the one time only, because again the x will be incremented here to 3, it will go here, it will come here, it will print like this, right? This is how a continue statement works. What happens in a continue statement is, when the program pointer will come here, as soon as it encounters a continue statement, it will go to the condition part, and it will check, and if this condition is true, again these lines will be executed. It won't execute the line which comes beyond this statement. So what are the line that's coming beyond this statement? This is the last of then part of if, the true part of if. That means these lines which comes after continue, logically these lines are not being executed in case we gives a continue. So this is a work of continue. One more thing is there. See, if I give a pass, right? If I give a pass, what happens? So first of all, let's see what happens if I give this and I have not given any condition. Okay, there's no condition over here, and I try to execute it. It will show an error. Right now, I'm writing a code and I don't have any condition to give over here. In that case, I wrote pass. Pass is a keyword which you can use while you are designing a program where you don't know what to write, or you have not thought what to write over there, but you will enter something afterward. For as now you are in a planning phase, you made a module, you want to enter something afterward, so you can use the term pass. What pass will do, it will let the pointer pass without any action. It will not show any error. See, the last time it showed syntax error, but this time there is no syntax error. It's just simply doing a pass. This is useful, when you are in a programming phase. Anyways, I guess while loop is clear now by this. Remember, I told you when I do the while loop, I'll come back to the program that we did in day 2. So let's open that file that we did on day 2 and try to execute it. So this was my program, right, on the day 2, and I ran it, and this was a thing. I pressed enter key and it asked me to enter two number 23, 32, and the output came. Okay, and it has exited by itself. But now what I want to do is I want to add one more number, and there I want to get a exit. So I add a new number exit, right, and a new option exit, sorry, and over here I put while true. Okay, I changed it, and now I'm doing few changes, right, and I will add one more condition, that is else if int. I have to convert it into int. If you remember, choice is equal to, what is exit? 5. So if choice is equal to 5, what I'll do, I'll exit it. Okay, and here is a else, and here is a print. This part will also be included in while loop only. I hope I have not deleted any bracket while doing this. You know, this is what I dislike most about Python. Let's see and see, I have done a mistake over here. It should have been here. So now again I have to change everything. Comes here, over there. Why I'm going up? I don't want to take the risk. One space here and there will create a problem. See, if I do here, it will by default come there, but still I don't want to take any risk. Sorry, see, I forgot this bracket. Now exit is completed. Let's save it, and now run it. And over here, now if I do exit, it is asking your program is still running, do you want to kill it? Yeah, I do, and my program has stopped. Now let's run it again, and again it will start. I should put this cursor in the second line, isn't it? It doesn't look good over there. I entered something wrong and it is saying invalid input, and then again I went back to my display menu. I'm pressing Control C to stop the loop in between. I taught you about Control C, right? So you learn about Control C also. And this is fine, but I want to get this line. please enter your charts from 1 to 5. If the user doesn't listen to us, an error message has been displayed, isn't it? What did I do? 1 to 5. Control S and F5. And now it's look good. Press 4, enter a number 23, 45. Now I want to do subtraction. So subtraction is 3 and I want to enter 45, 67. Subtraction has been done, and now I by mistake entered something wrong. No, this is not the option, so I pressed 5 and see it has exited and it has gone out. So remember, I told you while doing while loop I'll teach you, and now this program has become more stronger than before. Again, I'll come back to this day 2 program, and when I'll do a function, I'll teach you function, I'll change a few things, and then again when I'll do module, I'll teach you module, then again I'll change a few more things. This is a kind of a small vague case study for us, in which as we are learning new things we are making the changes, and finally when we will do the dictionary we'll make a login also, right? So coming back here, back to our program, control S F5. Let's get a cell back. In case you don't have this cell, what you will do, go to run and click Python cell and you will get it. So this was using a while loop. Now coming to for loop, and we'll try to do the same thing. Before studying for loop, remember one thing. We have a function range, and see there are two things, stop, range object, and this is how you write start comma stop, and you can also add steps. Okay, and range is a function which will, if you do not, where you'll set the upper limit and you forgot to set the start, it will by default take it from 0. So let's see for loop. In for we write like this, for x in range 5. I said that if you do not take anything, it will start with 0. Print x, and it is printing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. From 0 it will start and will print 5 values. So this is how you use a for loop. Also, I want to do the same program, I want to do the same thing over here. What I can do is I'll add, let's has this line, I don't need it now, and let me remove this also, and this also, and I don't need this also. So for x in range 0 comma 10, I'll do 10 now because it will go from 0 to 9 that way. Okay, and I don't need this, I don't need this, and I'm printing even number between this line, and I'm changing the condition so that I can get the even number. And let's see what is the output. What mistake happened? Oh my god, sorry. This is the problem, when you're editing an old program. See, it is giving me the even number. So now what is x? It says for x in 0 to 10 range, or I can just give 10 and I can run it. So x in 10, that means what is range? At first 0, then 1, then 2. So x will take each and every element present in the set of number this range function is going to generate. It is going to generate 10 number, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it will take this number, right? Okay, now I have put a range over here. See, this is the start, this is the end, and this is the a step. How many steps? Remember, if you have done for loop, you can increase it by 1 or you can increase it by 2. So I have entered 2, that means 0 plus 2, it will be 2, then 4, and I have hidden this line because I know it will by default print all the even number, but I'm not printing even number. I'm just trying to check what it will print. See, I have added the step 2, so it is at giving 0 2 4 6 8. In case I remove this step 2, what will happen? Uh, uh, I have removed the step 2 and see, let's see what will happen. It is printing 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9. So even in a range function you can give step, and the best way to see, if you want to see what the range function could do, okay, see, here are the different attributes of range, arguments of range: start, stop and step. I don't need the step because my program itself is going to check if it is a even number or a odd number, so I don't need this step, and is done. So this is how you use a for loop, but it's not done. I'll show you. In string, you in Python you can also use for loop using a string. Now what I'll do, I'll declare a string called Rosalina, and this is a string, and now I'm writing for x in y colon print x. Okay, yes, and I will run this. And so what it is doing, it is printing Rosalina. Now what's happening here? See, Rosalina is a string, and this string has this character Roselina, and when I am doing this for x in y, that means for every character in y. So how it will check which is the first character, R? So for the first iteration x will become R, I will print x. Then again in the second iteration, because it is taking every character, it is automatically shifting to the next character. So again, now x is the second character, so x becomes O, and it will print O, and then again S, then again E, and so on for x and y, that is for each and every character in y, and x is taking one character at a time, and it is shifting. Okay, it is shifting from R to O to S to E, and in the end I have given this in the second line I have given print x, so I am getting this output. Remember one thing, when I'll teach you list, I'll show you for loop again using list. Since I have not taught you list, so I'm not going there, but in many books you'll find that they teach you for loop with list also, and later on they cover the topic list. I don't want to do that. List is not a hard topic, but sometimes people get confused, and when I was learning this language I got very confused. So I do not want to throw you in the same position. Maybe you people are smarter than me, you won't get confused, but still I don't want to take any chances right now. Okay, so in this program, let's start again, and I'm getting this value. Now I want to do some experiment over here in this, okay, with this range and string. So we learned about a function called length, which gave us the length of the string when we were studying string, right? So what I want to do now, I want to take range, sorry, range, then I take length, and I take this y. So what this will give me, length of y. What is the length of y? 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7. So this function will return 7. So range of 7, what it should print? 0 to 7, right? It's correct. So I can do like this. Now I want to do some more stunt, and since in string you can represent each character by indexing also, so These are the values which I am getting from this. This is giving me back 7. So range 7 is giving me this value. Now I want to print the same output but in this way, and let's see if it works or not. So this will be y0 y1, and this should come. Okay, so let's, sorry, Control S and F5, and bingo, we got Rosalina. So what I have done, this function is returning me 7, this range is returning me 0 to 7, and now I am using the index to print the characters in string. Okay, so what do you learn today? We learned while loop, we learned about for loop, also we learned about the statement break, continue and pass. We learned how to stop a loop in between execution using cell, and interrupt execution or control plus C. We learned that pass is used when we are not sure what to add in the program block. Maybe we have left it for later on, so we use pass so that we created the block but we have given nothing useful. Continue is to jump the rest of the steps that comes after this within a for or a while statement. It will go back to the condition part of my, I'm saying, loop statement, which include both while or for. If the condition is true, it will execute. If it is false, it will not. Break is when we want to come out of the loop. Also we learned about exit. That statement or that function will completely exit the program. It will kill the program in between and it will come out. Okay, so keep practicing. The more you practice, the more perfection you will get in this language. Thank you. In the next class we'll try to see how does function works and how we pass argument. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.